Hello again everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of Newsdesk, the weekly video game news roundup from the people at TheSixthAxis.com. Top of the billing this week is Nintendo's latest Direct livestream, where the company offered new details on a whole bunch of upcoming titles. The 3DS's The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is due in November, with the Wii U HD remake of GameCube Zelda game The Wind Waker due on October 4th. In addition, a free Animal Crossing variation on the Wii U's Mii Plaza is now available in the eShop. Luigi is the latest returning character in next year's new Smash Bros. Game. Exclusive Mario and Luigi costumes will appear in the Wii U version of Rayman Legends, while 3DS players will be able to create and drive remote-controlled vehicles in the Wii U edition of Sonic Lost World. Away from Nintendo, Black Powder Games, a studio made up of developers who previously worked on the Fear series and No One Lives Forever, have revealed colonial set PC shooter Betrayer, due on Steam Early Access later this month, while publisher Deep Silver has announced free-to-play MOBA Dead Island Epidemic, which is due to be further detailed at Gamescom in a couple of weeks. Sony has released the bizarre Coke Zero branded ADVA game, PlayStation All-Stars Island, which features a bunch of the usual mobile-style endless mini-games featuring modern PlayStation characters like Drake, Cole, Cat and Sackboy. It's out now on iOS and Android for free. The latest DLC character for DC fighter Injustice Gods Among Us is female magician Zatanna, and will be released this coming week, while final Black Ops 2 pack Apocalypse will hit Xbox Live at the end of the month, bringing with it a zombies origin story featuring a giant diesel punk mech, with a likely PSN and PC release around a month later. Meanwhile, a group of Dota 2 fans invited to visit Valve have managed to snap an internal email referencing a third Left 4 Dead game, and Ubisoft has confirmed that there will be no Assassin's Creed game for Vita this year, due to developer Ubisoft Sofia assisting on Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. New firmwares have been released for both the 3DS and Vita this week, with the 3DS update adding a Street Pass relay option to connect to players even if they've already left a particular area, similar to the Vita's Near app, while the Vita's own update, 2.6, adds easier plus save syncing, shortcuts to network settings, media streaming from PC, and even the ability to hide particular trophy lists from appearing on your public PSN profile. Tactical PC shooter sequel Arma 3 is now due on September 12th, but will not feature a regular campaign mode at launch due to development difficulties, with that campaign arriving in 3 post-launch chunks of free DLC. Batman Arkham Origins is getting a collector's edition on PS3 and 360, including an art book, figurine, and exclusive downloadable content, while Saints Row has managed to top the previously announced Game of the Generation edition with the new $1 million Super Dangerous Wad Wad edition, including a trip to space, plastic surgery, a week in Dubai, and 2 cars. Nintendo has revealed that it is still failing to turn a profit with the struggling Wii U, while Payday 2 has managed to break even on pre-orders alone. A magazine ad has suggested PlayStation Plus subscribers will soon be getting access to an exclusive demo for Puppeteer, and HD collection gods Bluepoint Games have revealed that they are hard at work on bringing back another Sony classic. Time for this week's Next Gen News Desk, starting with news on what Xbox One features will require a subscription to Xbox Live Gold. Joining the already announced Skype, OneGuide and online gaming behind the paywall are apps such as Netflix and Internet Explorer, and perhaps surprisingly, the Game DVR feature that allows recording of gameplay. The company has also reintroduced its digital library plans under the name Home Gold. Unlike on the Xbox 360, only one account per console will require Gold for all users to be able to play online and access the other Live Locked features. Finally, for Xbox news, an official unboxing of the Day 1 console has confirmed that a wired mono headset will indeed be included with all versions of the Xbox One, despite Microsoft's previous words to the contrary. In PS4 news, Sony has confirmed that it can no longer guarantee that new pre-orders of the console will definitely get a box at launch, with the company planning to ensure that at least some consoles will be left over to stock store shelves at launch. Rumours have also suggested that the company may be considering bundling together a PS4 and Vita for around $100 more than the console alone. That's roughly the same price as the vanilla Xbox One. On the game side of things, both Ubisoft and Super Stardust team Housemarque are confirmed to be showing unannounced next-gen projects at Gamescom later in the month. Cappy Games have reassured PlayStation-owning fans that their upcoming title Below is only a timed exclusive to the Xbox One, and Battlefield 4's battle screen features will be skipping current gen and only appearing on the PC, PS4 and Xbox One versions of the game. Chart time again, and it's a second week at the top for Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. The Last of Us is at number 2 with Animal Crossing New Leaf in third, while it's all change elsewhere. FIFA 13 has shot back to number 4, new release The Smurfs 2 is number 5, while last week's number 2, Pikmin 3, has dropped dramatically to number 15. Sony's official PSN charts for July have also been released, with The Last of Us rather unsurprisingly topping the PS3 full game list, while this year's Tour de France game is a new entry at number 7. Magic 2014 is number 1 for PSN titles, Hotline Miami is in the same place on Vita for a second month, and Crash Bandicoot continues his reign over the Classics chart, having now sold 500,000 as a download in Europe. Back to the news, and Sony has confirmed that it has rejected plans to sell off its entertainment division previously proposed by activist investor Daniel Loeb, while the company did promise to be more transparent to investors about performance in the unit, which Loeb has long claimed is poorly managed. In other industry news, God of War 2 director Cory Barlog has announced his return to Sony's Santa Monica studio for what he describes as a huge new game, while id Software's technical director John Carmack has announced he will also be taking up the role of Chief Technology Officer at virtual reality startup Oculus VR and splitting his time between the two. Finally, rumours abound that Amazon may be preparing to unveil its own Android-based games console / set-top box, currently in development at the same internal division responsible for the Kindle, with plans to launch it just ahead of the busy Black Friday shopping period after Thanksgiving at the end of November. That's it for this week's show, but for more gaming goodness than you can shake a stick at, including details on The Last of Us' original ending, head over to TheSixthAxis.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook to get the news as it happens. We'll be back with more Newsdesk next week, including details on multiplayer in Call of Duty Ghosts, and the first look at the new project from Thomas Was Alone creator Mike Bithell. Until then, thanks for watching.